my dear students. So let's begin our class. Are you all ready? Yes. So today we are going to discuss about the non-nutrient factors. So in the previous classes and all, we were discussing about the nutrients, the 5 nutrients. Which all are there? Carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals, which are essential for our body. So today we are going to deal with the factors which are not nutrient, but it is very important, children. That is water and fiber. Water, we all know that it is an important and essential component for us. We cannot live without water for a single day, right? Yes. So water constitutes 2/3 of our body weight. And do you know how much percentage is there in each part of our body? In the brain it is 85%. In the blood 90% and 25% in the bones. So this is the percentage of the water, and water helps to maintain the body temperature. It is also required for various physiological activities, that is walking, for getting energy, for many things, for many activities, day-to-day activities, we require water also. But every day 2.5 liters of water is lost from our body. So to compensate this, we have to drink a lot of water. Okay, that is why the adults are advising you, your parents are advising, or doctors are advising that you have to drink a lot of water. Otherwise, you may lead to some health problems. So water is an important factor. Next one is fiber. Fiber, it is a form of carbohydrate. It is made up of cellulose. But this fiber is not digested by the human body. But it has another role. When you eat this fiber containing food items, it helps the undigested food or excretory materials to remove from the large intestine. So that is its function. It will remove the excretory materials from the large intestine. So the food items which contains the fibers are leafy vegetables, then the stem of the plantain. So these are the main things which are rich in fiber. So these are the two, water and fiber are the two non-nutrient factors which is essential for our body. Now you can see, children, from your textbook a conversation between the two persons. What does it tells us? That is, we should eat food not only for taste. We should eat food not only to overcome our hunger, but we should eat food which is good for our health. So that means the food should contain certain nutrients in it. So the diet that contains nutrients in required quantities is called balanced diet. All must be in required quantity. So such foods we have to depend upon. Not only for taste and to overcome your hunger, you should take the food. The food is need for good health. We need carbohydrates, we need proteins to build the body, to grow, to repair our cells. We need energy, so we need carbohydrates and all. So we have to depend upon the food that contains different nutrients. So that is called a balanced diet. Now you can see a table there. And this is the table, children, this is the menu of 3 children. They are eating the morning, what they are eating in the noon, and what they are eating for dinner. So all of you look at this table, children. Anil, Mini, Sinan. Morning, Anil is eating idli, sambar, milk. Mini, parota, egg curry, milk. Sinan, idli, chutney. Noon, Anil is eating rice, peas curry, amaranthus, fish. Mini, rice, chicken curry, sambar. Sinhan, rice and fish curry. Night, banana, chapati, vegetable kurma. This is eaten by Anil. Mini eats chapati and potato curry. Sinan, chapati and egg curry. So what do you understand from this table, children? Here, which food is having more nutritious? The food eaten by whom is having more nutritious? Yes, it's Anil's food, because in his food all the vegetables and fruits are included. Even if it is meat also, even if it is leafy vegetables or vegetables, everything is included in that diet. So he is getting all the essential nutrients. But whereas in Mini and Sinan, in the case of Mini, there is no fruits at all. And in the case of Sinan, there is no vegetables and fruits. Only he is depending upon the non-veg. So he is not getting proper nutrients. So that is why Anil's menu chart is more nutritious. It contains the food which is nutritious. So you have to eat like that, children, to remain healthy. Now you can see from your text the 2 charts. It is shown that the quantity of vitamins and minerals which is present in the fruits and the quantity which is present in the vegetables and all, it's shown in the table. You go through it. So children, when we arrange the nutrients, the most important thing, the higher priority we need is the carbohydrates, then the proteins, then fats, then vitamins and minerals. Fat is very essential, children, but I told you that it must be consumed at a limited. It should not go beyond, because it will lead to some health problems. So this is about today's topic. So today we have learnt about the non-nutrient factors like water and fiber. Then we have learnt about the importance of nutritious food and what is a balanced diet. So this is all about today's topic. And also, children, you can see that there is a chart, a recipe given in your textbook. Avial. All have heard about this dish, right? What is the speciality of this dish? Yes, it contains many vegetables, right? Many different kinds of vegetables are there. And so you go through the recipe, how it is made, and it gives a good taste, and all the essential nutrients are provided in that particular food item. So you go through that recipe. Okay, children, so this is about today's topic. Hope you understood it, and let us assess. We will discuss during the class discussion time. So bye, children.